Meeting to order. Kim, will you
Government
roll,
funding.
Bill?
Here.
Sue? Here. Tom? Marty? Absent. Lonnie?
Here.
I'm present.
Thank you. Let's stand for the pledge of allegiance. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I need to bring your attention to the Open Meeting Act up on the wall there. I could have Mark read it to us, but we'll pass. Okay, you have the agenda before you and there are no changes. So we'll go to the minutes. Are there any additions or corrections to the minutes of previous meetings?
I would like the minutes amended to show that from the February 4th meeting, that Lana Kohler spoke in support of the board standing by their original decision to hire Kendall Stephenson.
Okay, any other corrections? Not going to go to the treasurer's report. Any questions on the treasurer's report? Not, we'll go to the presentation of bills. Any questions or comments? As you can see, when Kathy did the bills, she made a list of them totaled together ahead of the where they broke apart, which is kind of nice.
Consolidated checklist, I think, real quick.
Pardon me?
Consolidated checklist.
Yeah,
is
yeah.
what, yep.
It just gives you a total of each category.
Do you like both of them yet? That's what she asked me. So that,
Well, you gotta have the second ones to explain what they are.
yeah. It'd be nice if the first one could do that, but I don't think it does that. I didn't think it could. But it's just a few extra pages. Yeah.
Okay, any other questions or comments? If not, is there a motion to approve items 1 through 4 as presented? Is there a second?
I'll second.
It's been moved by Sue, second by Lonnie, to approve items 1 through 4 as presented. Any further discussion?
That's with the amended minutes, correct?
Yes. As corrected or amended. Any further discussion? Not, roll call vote. Sue?
Yes.
Don?
Yes.
Lonnie?
Yes.
Kim?
Yes.
I vote yes. Motion carried. Okay, communications. Got a thank you here that I'll pass around. Then also have a letter from Mr. Baker requesting a copy of the letter that was mentioned at a meeting. And I guess, to be honest, Steph, I'd talk to you and ask you to talk to Marilyn.
Yes, I had spoke to Marilyn, and that was not something she wanted to deal with, which is why I sent that to you.
Okay, and what I had done after our meeting that we hired Jason, I went ahead and cleaned my briefcase out and threw all that stuff out. So if you really need it, you're going to have to get it from her, I guess.
I see.
I just cleaned my briefcase out thinking we were done with all that stuff, and did that. So
Okay.
acknowledge that we received your letter. Any other communications? If not, we'll go to patrons' comments or presentations. Welcome everybody to the board meeting. Yeah, there's Don made up a list of everybody that here would like to put their name on it, then we know who, we can have it in the minutes of who all was here.
And just so we're clear, you don't have to sign that, only if you want to be recognized.
Okay, reports of standing committees. Sue? Huh?
Nothing.
Lonnie?
We have a report later from North Nova Scotia, probably wait for the activities on that.
Nothing for negotiations. I don't know if we have any buildings and grounds report. Marty isn't here, but we haven't met. I think we're supposed to meet the 24th, isn't it?
I think so.
I guess last time we met with them, everything was going well and
Yeah.
pretty well up to date.
I
Other
can
than the
update you
media.
later, or I can do it now.
Yeah, you can do it later, Max. We got it on the agenda down here, so. One thing I forgot during communications, I also had got a letter from NASD wanting nominations for the legislative committee. So if anybody is interested in being on that committee, I will gladly fill it out for you.
Yeah, I just got that like today, so.
Yeah, I
it's
think
too
I
late
just
to
got
put
it
on the agenda.
yesterday or something like that. But anyhow, I thought I'd make, if anybody's thinking about it, let me know and I can we can sure get it filled out. It involves several meetings throughout the year.
You're right.
Maybe 10.
More meetings, right.
Okay, report of building principals, counselors, and district committees. Mr. Hagee had called me earlier today and said that he was, had been diagnosed with type B influenza or whatever it was, and that he wasn't feeling good. And I says, well, don't come and infect me, 'cause I don't want it.
You don't want it.
No, he asked if it'd be all right if he didn't come, so I said, sure. So with that, Mr. Alexander?
The type reports come around. Tomorrow, myself and the RTI team committee meeting, or team committee will be meeting in Kearney at the ESU 10 for a training. So we're attending that. The NISA testing schedule has been set. I met with the 3rd through 6th grade teachers, and we have set April 11th through the 15th as the testing week. And Tuesday and Wednesday we'll be testing the NISA R, which is NISA reading, and on Thursday and Friday we'll be testing the NISA M, which is for math. And then the following week after that, 5th grade is the only one that's required to take the pilot in the science, the NISA S for science, and so we will be scheduling that for the following week after that. That's only going to be 5th, 8th, and 11th moving forward. So we haven't set a date for that yet. We're just kind of going to wait and see how those first 2 days go, or first 4 days go, and then go from there. The St. Mary's textbook loan application has been completed and submitted to the NDE. I sent an email today just to reaffirm that it's been received there, but didn't hear back. So it's due tomorrow. Just a way to recoup some money that we were required by law to supply St. Mary's schools with textbooks, any requests that they have. And so we submit a loan application that we get reimbursed for the cost of a certain percentage of those textbooks every year that we do that. So that has been submitted, and now we just have to wait for approval from the NDE on that. The NAEP assessment was given on January 27th to all 4th graders. We had 100% participation. No one was sick, so it was something lined up in the stars. Statewide writing has been completed and sent off. Today, as a matter of fact, is the day that it went off. So in all 3 elementary schools, that's been done. We have 2 new students coming this week sometime. Jill Berkey from Colorado. Her husband has relatives in Grand Island, and we've been communicating back and forth email for the last couple months. 1 4th grader and 1 1st grader, so they'll be here. And then we also had a new old student return back to Orr today, a 6th grader, so that bumps us up to 41 in the 6th grade that will become, and she showed up today. So we had a video on the latest Haiti trip that was shown to the entire student body on last Thursday morning, and students were able to see with their Pennies for Haiti project went for. They got to see the school building that they actually built via the pictures that Mrs. Hughes brought back from the trip, the group that went. So it was pretty neat.
We saw the presentation at church Sunday, and I was expecting a building that kind of looked a little bit better than the chicken coop. You know, it's a neat looking building, nice looking building. And then they showed the kids with notebooks and pens and stuff that our kids had sent to them.
Yep.
And they were thrilled with those, they said. So
We collected
that's neat.
Yeah, pens and notebooks, or pencils and notebooks, and then every class, when Mrs. Hughes went around and took pictures of every kid in the school, and then they had their picture inside of the notebook, and it said, "This notebook is given to you by," and it had their name with a picture, and then they got some pencils too. So just a kind of a neat connection, two totally different worlds connected through, you know, basically education. Pretty impressive thing. So that presentation was done on last Thursday, and it was just pretty powerful to see the reaction of the kids' faces when they got to see what their money went to. So Larry and Vinton, I've talked to both sets of teachers there, and they just felt like they would set their own NISA testing schedule to fit the week that within the window of opportunity that the state gives you. They would set that for themselves to make it fit their building and their schedule as it applies. So, and that works perfectly fine for us as long as they get it done. That's all we ask. They have also completed the statewide writing test as well. So, like I said, all 3 schools have done that. It's been sent off. Upcoming activities tomorrow with the 1 o'clock dismissal. The teachers will be going through atomic learning. Sounds dangerous. Involves technology. But they will be over here at the high school starting at 1:30 to 3:30 going through a presentation by ESU 10, which will update them in the technology realm. So that'll be taking place. And then I'm asking the school improvement committee to meet with a high school school improvement, or find a date to meet with them in the next couple of weeks. And then from that we hope to establish our K-12 goal area, which I think at this point, I haven't spoken to Mr. Hagee about that in the last couple of days. We've been busy with parent-teacher conference and he's not here, but I think that one of the things we need to do is talk about a goal area for the entire K-12. And from just the rumblings, both schools are kind of looking at math as an area they want to establish as goal improvement area. So I think our school improvement team just needs to confirm that. We need to get moving on our plans for that. I've asked the High Ability Learner group to finalize the list of High Ability Learner students. And then March 9th, we'll have a New Kids on the Block assembly, which is not the rock band. It's a puppet show that deals with certain areas such as bullying. They have one with dyslexia, just different things that kids may be exposed to in their years growing up that need a little extra explanation. In this group that puts this on does it for free, and the kids get a chance to learn about something that they may otherwise not know about until later in life, and hopefully helps them make connections with kids. Down syndrome is another one, autism. They just touch all different types of topics, and you can kind of select. So they'll be here on March 9th. Thank you to all 5th grade teachers and Mrs. Nelson, who took the 5th graders to the Fit and Lovin' It activity at the Valley County Fairgrounds this past month. I don't remember the exact date on that. It was in the paper, but the kids absolutely had a terrific time. They all got T-shirts. They got backpacks with a pedometer and frisbees and just all kinds of different activity ideas for them. So that was a neat activity. And then once again, thank you Diane Hughes for organizing the Haiti presentation, bringing 2 opposite sides of the world together. On the back side of the piece of paper, you will see a parent-teacher conference summary by class for the last parent-teacher conference that we just had last Thursday and Friday. You can see that at Board Elementary, we had 198 out of 202 kids that were discussed. So that equals 98%. And then at Elyria, they had 7 of 9 students that the parents and teachers met on. The one family had 2 children that wasn't able to make it there. So, and then Vinton K through 3rd had 15 out of 16 for 94%, and 4th through 6th with Mr. Luke had 15 of 16, and then it was the same situation there. They had 1 parent that was missing, or 1 set of parents that was missing for 2 kids. So that's why that turned out the way it did. And that is it, unless there's questions.
Thank you, Jim.
put it on there.